2024 is over. It was a really good year for film, and the Oscar nominations are just about to come out. So I'm back. Yes, I'm back, and I'm doing the exact same video I did last year, giving my Oscar predictions for this year's awards. If you're new, please consider subscribing. I really do appreciate anyone who follows, and also head over to my TikTok to follow there. That's where I post more regularly, but this year, I want to post more. This is my year on YouTube. I'm going to try. I promise. This year's award season as well is far more difficult to predict than last year. I went 10 for 10 on Best Picture. Most of the categories I did quite well in. This year, it's all up in the air for me. I'm not overly sure, but we'll give it our best shot. And you know what? I'm not wasting time. Let's just dive into this. You can see the list here. The top four is the consensus top four. I think you can have that top four in any order, and you could be correct at this point. The Brutalist I have in number one, I have Emilia Perez in two, Anora in three, and Conclave in four. I made this list before I saw all the AI stuff about the Brutalist and before I heard about voters not finishing the movie. First of all, finish the movie. That's your job. People like me, we are begging to watch this film. It still hasn't got a wide release in the UK. I'm crying. Every night I cry. I just want to watch The Brutalist so bad. I could move that to four quite easily. I saw a lot of people move it in their rankings after that. I'm going to leave it at one because this is just predicting the nominations. I think maybe when it comes to actually predicting the winner in a couple months' time, it might change. But for now, I have The Brutalist at number one. I have Emilia Perez at number two. Emilia Perez, a movie that could very well win. And not just this award, it could win so many awards, and that will hurt my soul. That one will hurt because Emilia Perez isn't for me. I don't enjoy that movie. I think it's going to be one of the worst ever nominated Best Picture films. I don't see why people love it. I mean, sorry, I don't see why critics love it because it doesn't make sense to me, and I don't like talking about Emilia Perez because I'm so negative on it. I think there are some good performances. I think the makeup and hairstyling is quite good, but I'm not an Emilia Perez guy, and I would be quite upset if that won. But there's absolutely 100% a possibility Emilia Perez wins Best Picture, and that is scary. That's a very scary thing. In third, I have Anora. For most award season, I had Anora number one. I love Anora. It's one of my favorites of the year. Mikey Madison's definitely still in contention to win Best Actress. She's brilliant, absolutely incredible. There's going to probably be some other nominations in other categories, and I think look out for supporting actor as well. But Anora's a safe lock for number three. Could be two, could be one, could be four. Anora's brilliant. And number four, I have Conclave, most nominated film at BAFTA. I think it's going to do really well at BAFTA. I think there's going to be a lot of awards, not just Best Picture, but across the board where things are very close. And Conclave will either be number one or two. And that's why I have it at four, because I don't know if it's going to win loads and if it's going to be second. Instead, it's going to be second in loads. But I would look out for Conclave as well. Absolutely a world where it wins all the awards where it's close, and it could win Best Picture. Who knows with Conclave? We're going to give it number four for now. All that can change. Then we get to number five. I've gone for a complete unknown. I think it has good momentum right now. People love Timothée Chalamet in that movie. It's got a wide release, which is where The Brutalist could struggle. People will probably finish that movie. It's a biopic. It's going to do well. And I think, again, it'll be up for a lot of awards. I think it's a safe number five. My top five is the BAFTA five. Is that boring? Probably. But here we are. And number six, I have Wicked. Wicked's good fun. I like Wicked. I don't know if it'd be in my personal 10. But shout out Wicked. I think I see Cynthia getting nominated. I think I see Ariana getting nominated. Are those spoilers for later predictions? Probably, but I think that's general knowledge right now that those two will probably get in. But I'm excited to see where else it could win. I think it's got a couple tech categories up its bag, but Wicked is like the big movie of the year. I'm about to speak about one later as well that is sort of in that category, but it's like the big movie. I don't know, the big cinematic event of the year. As seen at the Golden Globes, where it won Cinematic and Box Office Achievement, the greatest award ever. Congratulations, Wicked. But there's absolutely a world where Wicked underperforms at the Oscars, but I'm going to give it six for now. Then we got seventh place. I have The Substance. Substance could be above Wicked. I still feel like it's pretty safe to predict The Substance. Demi Moore is really good in that movie. I think it could win I think it's going to win a couple of the tech ones too, thinking about The Substance. But it's a strong movie right now, and again, has some momentum, and I think it's a really cool nomination too. Then number 8 is the other big movie, Dune Part 2, my favourite movie of the year. Should it win the Oscar? Yes, it should. Let's stop being cowards and give Dune Part 2 the Oscar. It's impossible, but if Emilia Perez is there, I can't believe Dune Part 2 is not there. That's still blowing my mind. Incredible movie. This is what I'm worried that will underperform. There's a very good chance it will. I thought it'd be more loved when I first saw it. I mean, obviously by audiences, it's adored. It's incredible. It's Doom Part 2. But how well is it really going to do at the Oscars? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how it does. It's still a great movie. 9 and 10 is where I don't know. I don't know. I've gone for a real pain in 9 for a couple reasons. PGA. PGA went for 10 for 10 last year. Do I believe it will do that again? No. But I do think a real pain has been seen enough, which apparently is a thing now. It's been seen enough. Kieran Culkin and Screenplay. I think that's enough for it to be in Best Picture. I feel like it's gonna get it. Although it definitely might not. I feel strong about that. And then number 10. Do I feel strong about Nickel Boys? Absolutely not, but I'm putting it in 10. Sing Sing, absolutely could get it. September 5, absolutely could get it. All We Imagine Is Light, Nosferatu and Challengers, not so much. I'm going to leave it there because it's not out of the possibility, but very, very unlikely. I'm going for Nickel Boys because I think there's still a slim chance it gets director. But there's a world where Nickel Boys just isn't even looked at and Sing Sing takes it. And for me, I'd love to see Sing Sing in there. I think Sing Sing makes more sense considering what I'm nominating later down the line. But something in my gut's telling me Nickel Boys. So I'm going to stay strong and I'm going to put Nickel Boys in 10. But Sing Sing could be there. Then September 5 is also a possibility. Like I said, PGA. So it could be in there. It could get Screenplay Awards. I've not seen September 5 yet, so I'm not too sure how I'll feel about it. But it's in contention. All We Imagine Is Light would be the coolest nomination ever. I really like that movie. Let's nominate it. Nosferatu as well. I mean, that one's not happening. But I think it's between Nickel Boys, Sing Sing, and September 5 for that number 10. There's a chance two of them get in and a real pain drops out as well. But I'm going for that for Best Picture. Moving on to Best Director, I have Brady Corbett in number 1. Who knows anymore? The Brutalist is now thrown me. I had it as like a number 1 for a while. And I had Brady Corbett especially as a number 1. I don't know if it is anymore. I'm keeping him there for now. Sean Baker could do it for Anora. Edward Berger could do it for Conclave. I think I'm still in the All Quiet on the Western Front mindset where people love him. Conclave's great as well. Jacques Audiard, he's gonna. I'm so scared he's gonna win. And then I got Coralie Forgeot. I mean, this is such a basic 5. I feel so confident on this 5 for some reason. Even though I don't want it to be the 5, I am desperate for Denis to get in there. And if Denis gets in there, we are partying in the streets. And I mentioned earlier Romel Ross for Nickel Boys could obviously get in, but I feel good about that 5. It seems like the obvious 5, so we'll have to see. Payal Kapadia, shout out as well. Her Golden Globe nomination was incredible, and I'm all down for that movie doing well. James Mangold in 9 and John M. Chu in 10. I don't see either of them happening. But yeah, this top 5 is a solid 5. I don't know who's going to win it. I'm going to stick with Brady Corbett for now, but I want to move Jacques Audiard up, to be honest. I don't like having him in 4. I think he could be 2. It's a scary. I'm in a scary world where Emilia Perez is in my nightmares, but I'm sticking with that for now. I like the 5. Moving on to Best Actor, a really exciting one for me because there's a clear top 4. Adrian Brody is gonna do it for The Brutalist. I still think he's gonna win. Obviously, there was stuff about AI being used with him. Again, I've not seen The Brutalist. I'm upset I've not seen The Brutalist. But I think he'll win. Timothée Chalamet is just behind him. Absolutely a chance. I actually liked him in Doom Part 2 more, so we'll see. But Timothée Chalamet is really good. I'm very excited to see him get nominated. Big fan. Ray Fiennes in Conclave. Again, more Conclave love. Absolutely. Colman Domingo in Sing Sing for 2 years in a row nominated. Colman Domingo's really, really good in Sing Sing. Absolutely deserves this nomination. And this is why I think Sing Sing could potentially get Best Picture. If it's getting acting nominations, there's absolutely a chance because I don't see anyone from Nickel Boys getting nominated in these categories. But Colman Domingo deserves it. Then the number 5. Ooh, number 5. Daniel Craig not getting a BAFTA nomination blew my mind. And then him getting SAG blew my mind even more. So who knows with Daniel Craig, but I've put him in 5th with Queer. I don't know if the rumours are true, but I'm hearing, again, people didn't finish watching Queer. So The Brutalist and Queer maybe aren't being watched is crazy to me. And then there's definitely a world where Daniel Craig doesn't get in, and either Sebastian Stan or Hugh Grant gets in. I have The Apprentice and A Different Man both there for Sebastian Stan. I think he has more of a chance with The Apprentice. He's really good in The Apprentice. He's even better in A Different Man, but I just think The Apprentice is a little bit stronger of an award, like Oscar baity movie. I mean, he's literally playing Donald Trump. Um, he smashes it in that movie. I would love to see a Sebastian Stan nomination. I'd rather see it for A Different Man, but I would love to see it. I think he deserves it. I think he's on a real high right now. I really enjoy watching his story, and I'm excited to see more of him. Go Thunderbolts. Then I have Hugh Grant in seven. If they want to give Hugh Grant an Oscar, I'm so down for that. I am absolutely down for Hugh Grant. He deserved it for Paddington too, so let's just give him it now. I like Heretic. I don't love Heretic, but Hugh Grant is undeniably brilliant in that movie, and I'm so in. I'm absolutely so in. Then in nine, I have Jesse Eisenberg for Real Pain. It's not happening. 10, I have Glenn Powell for Hitman. Glenn Powell for Hitman could potentially be my favorite male acting performance of the year. That's sort of why I've put him here, just so I can talk about Glenn Powell. I love Hitman. For those of you who don't know, Linklater is one of my favorite directors. Hitman's one of my favorite movies of his. I think it's so good. It was my number 2 of the year behind Doom Part 2. Glenn Powell is not getting nominated, but he is brilliant, and I love him, and his chemistry with Adria Arjona is on another level, a level I aspire to get to. That man is brilliant. But for me, I'm sticking with Daniel Craig in 5, although would not be surprised if Sebastian Stan snuck in, and an off chance that Hugh Grant gets in. But it's more likely to be Sebastian Stan. Good lineup, though. Then we have Best Actress. Another tough one to predict a winner, because it's a Demi Moore, Mikey Madison battle, but they're both getting nominated. I have Demi Moore number 1 right now, and I think she's going to win the Oscar purely because Mikey Madison is going to be too young in the Oscars' eyes, which might sound crazy. They love a comeback story. Demi Moore's on her high right now. She's really good in The Substance. I personally would rather see Mikey Madison win it. It's very close. It's kind of a 50-50, but I think Demi Moore's going to take it. Carla Sofia Gascon, again, Emilia Perez. They're going to give it awards wherever they can, so absolutely. And then I have Cynthia Erivo as the other one I want to say is a lock for Wicked, but I can't say that after Barbie. I just can't, because Margot Robbie didn't get in, and I thought she would. And this year I've gone for Cynthia Erivo, which feels like the Margot Robbie of the year, but I'm slightly stronger on Cynthia Erivo. It's tough. And then we have Fernanda Torres taking number 5 for I'm Still Here. I like this nomination. I hope it's Marianne Jean-Baptiste, because she's incredible, probably gives one of my top 3 actress performances of the year. But Fernanda Torres winning at the Golden Globes when I didn't expect it. I thought that was going to be Angelina Jolie, and then she was going to kick on. But Angelina Jolie has dropped off right now. I have her in 8th. She could be lower. I can't believe I'm saying that, because there was a point where I had her as number 1, and now she's not going to get nominated. I truly believe that number 5 spot is up for Fernanda Torres, Marianne Jean-Baptiste, and Pamela Anderson. I don't see anyone else getting it. But I'm going with Fernanda Torres purely for the Globes, and I think it's a cool story too. But Marianne Jean-Baptiste is incredible. When people get a chance to watch Hard Truths, please go watch it. And then also shout out Nicole Kidman and Saoirse Ronan. I don't think they have a chance, but they're there. And then someone I haven't put here, Lily Rose Depp gives my number 1 performance, not just of actresses, but of the whole year. The whole year. And the Academy are cowards, because she's not going to be in contention. Everyone's cowards. Lily Rose Depp deserves to win the Oscar. Let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's just throw her out of nowhere. Let's campaign now, even though voting's closed. I'll be there. Maybe I should be an Oscar voter. Now we move on to supporting actor. Another one where I feel like there is a clear top 4. And then the number 5 spot's the exciting one. I have Kieran Culkin in number 1 for A Real Pain. I mean, he's everything right now. He is the Divine Joy Randolph of the year. He's going to win. It's a weird one because I don't really know if he's a supporting actor. I feel like he's in so much of the movie, but he's there. Give him his credit. He's brilliant. Congratulations, Kieran Culkin. I'm sure his speech will be fun. Then we have Edward Norton in number 2. Sure, he's going to get nominated everywhere again, so it seems fairly simple. Guy Pearce in 3 for The Brutalist. I maybe should have Yuri Borisov above him, because Yuri Borisov is getting nominated everywhere. And he's brilliant in Anora, and I watched it and I thought, is there a chance? Now it seems to be happening, and he seems undeniable. I think he's too new to win, and I think that's why I have Guy Pearce just above him, because Euro's just too new. But maybe I'm just being stupid, because there's definitely world Guy Pearce doesn't get it for some reason. I think that mostly because how strong number 5 and 6 are. And I have Clarence Macklin literally just in at number 5 above Jeremy Strong. It's like a 51-49 situation right here. And this is why I'm confused why I haven't put Sing Sing in Best Picture, because Clarence Macklin and Coleman Domingo, why haven't I done it? I don't know, but Clarence Macklin's in at number five. Really good in Sing Sing. He's my favorite part about Sing Sing, and I'd rather see him nominated than Jeremy Strong. Although Jeremy Strong is so strong in The Apprentice, and arguably the most interesting part of that film. So we'll see how he does, but I'm not too sure on Jeremy Strong. Looking at it, I want to swap it. No, I'm going to stick with my gut. So I can say I said Clarence Macklin was going to get nominated. I'm sticking with it. But Jeremy Strong seems to be getting in a lot of places. So it's between them two. Denzel Washington, kind of dead now. I had him in my five for a while. I think if it's Jeremy Strong, Clarence Macklin. It's not going to be Denzel. Stanley Tucci for Conclave. He's always just sort of been number eight. He's always been on the outside. Then we have Mark Eidelstein in Anora. I don't know if I've said that right. I definitely haven't. I like him more than Yuri Borisov. I don't know if people are ready for that conversation, but I like him more. He's just not going to get it. And Jonathan Bailey for Wicked. You know what? Well played, Jonathan Bailey. I think he's brilliant in Wicked. He's not going to get nominated, but shout out, you made the 10. Now moving on to supporting actress, and for me, this is the most interesting of the acting ones because there isn't a clear four. I think there's a clear two, maybe three. Zoe Saldana is gonna win. Emilia Perez is gonna win, and we just gotta let that sink in. She is definitely the best part of that movie. I don't like most of the musical numbers she has though, but I really love Zoe Saldana, so I can't be upset. But it's just for Emilia Perez. That's all. Should have given it to her for being Gamora. But anyway, Ariana Grande number two for Wicked. She would be my winner here. I'm just going to say now, my favourite supporting actress performance of the year was Adria Aruna in Hitman. She's not getting nominated. My second favourite was Ariana Grande in Wicked. So I'm rooting for Ariana. Again, the best part about Wicked, brilliant. But is she too new still? Is she too young? I don't know. Because Zoe Saldana's been around and she's been brilliant for a long time. She would absolutely deserve it. Then we have Isabella Rossellini in Conclave. Not as much screen time, but very, very powerful when she is on screen. And I think she's really good in Conclave, in a movie people love. I'm going to say she's a safe three, and this is where things get tricky. Jamie Lee Curtis is my number four for The Last Showgirl. I don't want to be in another position where Jamie Lee Curtis is there with a chance, because her winning for Everything Ever All at Once kind of broke me, even though that's one of my favourite movies of the decade. But Stephanie Hsu was right there. If you're going to give it to someone for that movie, it should have been Stephanie Hsu. Jamie Lee Curtis has popped up when I never expected it to pop up, and now it seems like she's going to do it. So I'm going with Jamie Lee Curtis. Now, Selena Gomez is my number five, purely because I think the Emilia Perez strength, and she's getting in a lot of places. She's probably getting in the same amount as Felicity Jones, and I'm sure a lot of people will have Felicity Jones for The Brutalist in there. I think Felicity Jones isn't going to make it because people haven't watched as much of the movie. I've heard she's in the back half of the movie more. Again, I've not seen it. I could be wrong. And I don't think people are as fussed about her performance compared to a lot of other things in that movie. Whereas Selena Gomez seems to be getting talked about more. So I think she'll get it. Number seven's Margaret Qualley. Definitely not dead, but very unlikely. I think it'll be one of those two, if any, to get in for Selena Gomez. But I think Demi Moore's sort of the one they're talking about in that film, and I wouldn't be surprised if Margaret Qualley got in, but I don't see it. Then we have Ingenue Ellis Taylor. For a while I had her in my five, but I think this is why. Why have I put Nickel Boys in my five? She was the only chance, and I don't think she's going to get it, and it's a shame. So sorry, Ingenue, you're going to get 8 for me. 9th is Danielle Deadwyler. I watched The Piano Lesson at London Film Festival and instantly put her in my 5. I had her in like 3. I thought she was so good in that movie. In a movie I don't really care for too much. She is brilliant. She is so good, and I would absolutely have her in my 5. But I don't think Danielle Deadwyler is going to get it. And then we have Monica Barbaro in 10. Again, could happen. People like A Complete Unknown. She was in Top Gun Maverick, so people have seen her before. She was in At Midnight with Soups, so she's really been at the top. And now she's in A Complete Unknown, and she's good in it apparently. So we'll see if Oscar voters agree with that. I don't know. I like my top 3. It's just Jamie Lee Curtis is an oddball who will probably get it. But I think number 5 will be Selena Gomez, potentially Felicity Jones or Margaret Qualley. We'll have to see. Moving on to adapted screenplay, Conclave is definitely going to win this award, which definitely is a good thing because I don't want to see Emilia Perez win it. If on Oscar day Emilia Perez wins adapted screenplay, I'm putting all my money on it winning Best Picture. That is a scary thought. Why am I so scared by a movie? But Conclave seems to be the front runner. It's winning a lot, and it deserves it. It's got a brilliant screenplay. But yes, Emilia Perez in 2, A Complete Unknown in 3, Nickel Boys in 4. I've nominated it for a screenplay above Sing Sing, so maybe I am right. If they both get screenplay, I don't know. If I see Sing Sing get it and Nickel Boys doesn't get it, then I assume Sing Sing will get the Oscar nomination. I'm so confused still. I'm really confused about Best Picture. But in six, I have Dune Part 2, which is the one I desperately want to see in this top five. As much as I love Sing Sing, I'd rather see Dune in there. But I don't see it happening. It didn't get in at BAFTA, and that was it for me. I had to move it out my five. Wicked in seven, definitely a chance Wicked could still get it too. One of those two could definitely sneak in, but I think the five is fairly strong. I'm Still Here in eighth, isn't going to get in. I have Queer in ninth, isn't going to get in, and Hitman in 10. Again, cowards, give Hitman the Oscar nomination. It needs to be an Oscar nominated movie. It's brilliant, but I don't see it. If I wake up, put on the live stream, and Hitman is getting nominated for adapted screenplay, that will be the best thing that could happen that day. It really would be. But I'm fairly confident about this five. That means I'll probably be wrong. And then we quickly move over to original screenplay. I think Anora's gonna win. I don't think it's as clear as Conclave, but I still feel fairly confident on Anora winning. Then I think The Brutalist and A Real Pain are a clear number 2 and 3. Could definitely swap. A Real Pain could definitely be number 2, and I think A Real Pain's strength in original screenplay, is why I think it will get Best Picture nominated. People love its screenplay, and it's good. I really like it. The Substance in 4, I'm down for that. Why not? And it's number 5. I think it's going to be September 5. I think I'm going to go 5 for 5. I'm going to call it now. But Challenges is a better movie than September 5. I've not even seen September 5. I can't say that yet. But Challenges is my number 3 of the year. I think it's going to be severely snubbed this Oscars. I'd rather see Challenges in there. I'd rather see All We Imagine Is Light in there. I like All We Imagine Is Light more than The Substance. I'd rather see that in there. I like it more than A Real Pain. But that's not going to happen. Then we have Seed of the Sacred Fig. No. Hard Truths. I would definitely have Hard Truths in there, but it's not going to happen. And then I have Mild Ass in 10, because why not? But this 5, I feel fairly certain on. It's just Challenges or September 5 could switch. But I'm going to stick with September 5. Again, PGA. It seems like the kind of movie that would get a screenplay nomination. Let's go with it. Now time for cinematography. I have The Brutalist in number 1. I need to start giving it more awards to win, as I'm predicting it to win Best Picture, and I think cinematography is one it could definitely pick up. I would love to see Dune Part 2 take it, but even more, I would love to see Nosferatu take it, which has my favourite cinematography of the year, and a movie that I was almost considering might get one nomination all Oscar season, sorry. I think it could pick up a few now, and I think cinematography is a strong one where it's definitely going to compete, but I think The Brutalist might be too strong here. And I still see Dune Part 2 being ahead of it in that category. Conclave in 4, sure. And then I put Maria in 5. I didn't nominate Angelina Jolie, but I have it in for cinematography. Why? Why have I done this? Well, I believe it's the same cinematographer who did El Conde, and that's the only reason. I've gone for Maria. But you know what? They could absolutely put Emilia Perez in, because they want to nominate Emilia Perez for anything they can. So be cautious about Emilia Perez here. Nickel Boys as well. If Nickel Boys gets nominated for cinematography, I'll feel even more confident on it getting that 10 spot of Best Picture. I think A Complete Unknown definitely also has a chance. Maybe I have that too low. The Girl with the Needle and Anora aren't going to get it, but I needed to fill up some spots. I feel good about the top 4. It's just Maria, Nickel Boys, Emilia Perez, or Complete Unknown. We'll see, but I'm rooting for Maria. Let's give it something. Moving on to costume design, I have Wicked in number 1. Makes sense. I feel like everyone has Wicked in number 1. It seems too obvious. Nosferatu in 2. I'm so happy that I have Nosferatu in 2. As mentioned in cinematography, I was worried it could get nothing, but I feel confident right now about Nosferatu. Dune Part 2 in 3. Slightly worried Dune Part 2 might not get it. Because these next 3 could miss out. Any of these next 3 could swap. Gladiator 2 in 4. Again, could swap. I feel more confident about it here than I do in production design, which I'm going to get onto later. And then Conclave in 5. Maybe Conclave's a boring one, but it could definitely get 5. And then there's a little movie called Beetlejuice sitting at number 6, which is scaring me because it could absolutely get in. I would like to see it get in, but I want to get my predictions right first. Beetlejuice for either Dune, Conclave, or Gladiator 2. It could definitely happen. Keep an eye for it. A Complete Unknown, again, could happen. Absolutely. Maria, probably not. Blitz, probably not. I'll put Furiosa in 10 because it deserves it. It won't get it, but it deserves it. But I feel good about Wicked and Nosferatu. I feel good about two of the next three getting it, and then maybe Beetlejuice. But I think I'll go at least 4 for 5 here. Maybe 5. Probably not. Probably 3. Who knows? But Wicked's going to win. And that brings me to production design, where I think Wicked will win again. And I think it's probably stronger in production design than it is in costume. I have Doom Part 2 in 2, The Brutalist in 3, Conclave in 4, and Nosferatu in 5. I mentioned Gladiator 2 earlier as well. I think it'll do better in costume. There's definitely a world where it gets in here, but I feel fairly good about this top 5. I don't really see a complete unknown getting in. I don't think I see Substance getting in. Maybe. Beetlejuice again is there. I feel far more confident about that potentially sneaking in at costumes. Then Blitz in 10 because it's a war movie. But I like the top 5. I want to see this top 5. I'm going to say this is the top 5 with chest. But then we have the Napoleon situation and Gladiator 2. Who knows? But I'm going to stick with that. I like the 5. Now we have film editing. I've gone for Doom Part 2 in 1. Absolutely a world where it isn't number 1. It's going to get nominated. That's all that matters right now. Emilia Perez is gonna be there. It has very big editing, I guess. Makes sense. Anora in 3. I believe Anora could be a potential winner. I feel like Dune's going to win this one. But Anora would be up there for me. I think Anora's got really good editing. Conclave, again, great. I really hope the Substance gets it. The Substance editing is brilliant. But I'm hearing lots of rumours about September 5. It could win. It could sneak in here. And if September 5 sees editing, it'll definitely make me question why I didn't put it in my Best Picture lineup. We'll have to see. But I'm going with the Substance for now. But I could be very wrong there. I think the Substance is probably the one likely to drop out. I feel okay about the top 4. A Complete Unknown in 7th. Again, maybe. It's definitely on the cusp of a lot of things, and maybe I should be putting it in for more considering I have it so high up in Best Picture. The Brutalist in 8th. Again, it's so long, I don't know if people are fussed about this in editing. Challengers in 9 definitely should be in there. It won't. And then I have Wicked in 10. I haven't put Kneecap on here, but it got it at BAFTA, and I think Kneecap has some brilliant editing, so I'd like to see that. But I feel good about the top 4. It's the Substance I'm a bit worried about, although it definitely deserves it. I need to see September 5. I'm seeing it in about a week now, or a week and a half. So we'll see. Makeup and hairstyling. I always like this award. I think it's a really interesting award because the Oscars love a prosthetic, and you see a lot of them here. I've gone for the Substance in first. I think the Substance is going to win. Wicked is more general stuff, I guess. But I see it in number 2. I think if they can go for Wicked, they will. Nosferatu in 3. Did we see Count Orlok? Absolutely put him in there. Brilliant. A Different Man is a brilliant movie. I want it to be an Oscar-nominated movie. And again, prosthetics. And then it's a battle between Emilia Perez and the little creature sneaking behind them, Beetlejuice. Emilia Perez has the prosthetic. It's not on for long, but they do transform Carla Sofia Gascon. And for about maybe 8 minutes, 9 minutes of screen time, that it's like a complete transformation, and it's very impressive. But Beetlejuice has a lot more, and it's very showy and more visual. But I think the fact that it's prosthetics, I want to go for Emilia Perez, and the fact that it's Emilia Perez and the Oscars will take any chance to nominate it, I'm gonna put it in 5. Doom Part 2 in 7th. I don't know why I have it in 7. I actually think Waltzing with Brando has a better chance. I've not seen it, but I've seen what they've done to the guy, and he looks like Marlon Brando, so fair play. 9th, The Apprentice. Again, could The Apprentice make it? I don't think so. They do a good job with Sebastian Stan. It still feels very Sebastian Stan-y to me, though. I don't know if that's a real thing. And then Maria in 10. For me, fairly confident on the top 4. Emilia Perez could probably slip out. I hope it does. I'd rather see Beetlejuice, but we're going to have to wait and see. Moving on to original score, a category that broke me last year when I didn't see Spider-Verse after putting it second in my predictions. I've gone for The Brutalist in first. I feel like it's going to win. Conclave in 2. I think Conclave score is really great. Emilia Perez in 3. Let's move past that one. Challengers in 4. Risky putting Challengers in 4 because I think The Wild Robot is probably more likely. But there's something about the Challengers score winning at the Globes that hit me hard and made me think it's going to do it. I'm all in for that. Let's go Renza Ross. I'm so in. I would love to see it. I'd love to see it win. Considering Dune isn't eligible, it's actually opened the door up a lot more because I think Dune has the best score of the year. Challengers might be my number 2, so I'd love to see that. My number three score of the year might be Conclave, you know. But The Wild Robot's also there in five. Really good movie, really good score. I think if The Wild Robot can pick up more nominations outside of animated feature, it's up for a good chance to win animated feature because that's not a certainty anymore. Nosferatu in six, I like the Nosferatu score, wouldn't be mad at it. Wicked in seven, I guess it's more its soundtrack. I don't know for score, but maybe because it's so musical they could put it in. Sing Sing in eight, I'm so down. Blitz in nine, I actually think Blitz has a very good score, and it's Hans Zimmer. And because there's no Dune here, who knows? They could do Blitz, get a bit of Zimmer in there. Then I've got The Room Next Door. No, I think this is going to be the five. I think Nosferatu or Wicked could maybe sneak in for challenges, but I like the five. I should probably have swapped The Wild Robot on challenges. Best song. I can't believe this. I mean, we should expect it by now. El Mal and Mi Camino are the top two for Emilia Perez. Do I care about either of those songs? No. I don't think either of them are good. I don't know what we're doing. Why is... you know what? I'll stop. But they're going to win. Mi Camino's going to win. Not Mi Camino. El Mal's going to win. People are saying it might not happen because they don't do double noms. Did we not see Barbie last year? It could definitely do it. And the two Barbie songs were the top two. I think the two Emilia Perez songs are the top two. Then we have Kiss the Sky from The Wild Robot. It's a good song in a good movie, in a well-watched movie. Good message in the movie. There's no reason not to nominate it. Then I have The Journey from the 688. I've not listened to the song, but it's Diane Rogers, right? So it's guaranteed. I feel like she has one every single year. So if she's not here, I will be severely shocked. That would blow my mind. And then we have Never Too Late. I just think they want an Elton John song. Imagine Elton John coming to sing it live. I've not seen it, so who knows how the song actually goes. But people love Elton John. Why not? In six, I have Compress Repress. Absolutely would love to see that. That would go crazy. That would go crazy. I'm so in. Like a Bird from Sing Sing. I don't see it happening, but again, would be so down for that. Harper and Will Go West. Maybe. Sick in the Head is the one I want most. Because imagine the Kneecap Boys coming to sing that. Such a great movie. Deserves way more love at these awards. The BAFTA showed it some love, which I appreciate, but it's not going to get anything, is it? Well, I say that, there's something coming up. But Sick in the Head, I'm so in. And then we got Winter Coat for Blitz. It's not going to happen. I just feel confident about the top two. Anything else could change, to be honest. Moving on to Best Sound, I have Doom Part 2. Absolutely deserves it. Absolutely will win it. I love Doom Part 2. Let's give it some wins, people. 2, I have Wicked. Sure, it's good. 3, I have Emilia Perez. Any chance they get to nominate Emilia Perez, they will. I don't think the sound's overly memorable. But again, musical movie. I guess same with Wicked. Blitz, it's a war movie. Some big sequences, big noises. I think Blitz could get it. And then A Complete Unknown. I feel fairly good about the 5, to be honest. Gladiator 2 could absolutely get it, and Alien Romulus could absolutely get it. I don't see The Wild Robot. They're not going to do it to Deadpool and Wolverine, and they're definitely not going to give it to Joker Folie à Deux. If Joker Folie à Deux gets an Oscar nomination and something like Hitman doesn't, I am upset. I'm a sad, sad man. But that's the 5. Feel good about it. We'll wait and see. Now moving on to visual effects, I think there's a clear theme here. After the first movie, I have Doom Part 2 in first. I think it's going to win. Then I have Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes in 2. That's probably, for me, the best. Although I don't love the movie, I think as far as visual effects goes, it should win. Gladiator 2 in 3. Then Better Man in 4th. Let's get Better Man, an Oscar-nominated movie. Go watch that movie if you haven't. Support Robbie Williams. And then in 5th, I have Wicked. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Gladiator 2, Better Man, and Wicked all have monkeys, apes, something like that in the movie. I think they're in for the apes this year, and I'd love to see it. I mean, maybe I'm being delusional putting Doom Part 2 first because it hasn't got any apes in it, but I like this top 5. I like seeing it. I hope Better Man gets it. I really do. Then I've got Mufasa in 6. Absolutely a world where Mufasa gets it. There's animals in there. There could be an ape just lurking around somewhere. Deadpool and Wolverine in 7. It's an MCU movie. There's always a chance. I think the stuff they do with Cassandra Nova is fairly interesting. I don't think visually it's incredible, though, so I would be surprised if that gets it. Alien Romulus, for sure could get it. Twisters, for sure could get it. Civil War, probably not. I'm not overly sure about this. I think Doom Part 2 and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes and maybe Gladiator 2 for sure. And then the rest, who knows. Animated feature, the easiest one to predict ever. Genuinely ever. Predicting a winner's a little bit harder now. I've still got The Wild Robot in 1, Flow in number 2, but it did obviously win at the Globes. Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul, which is going to win at the BAFTAs. Inside Out 2, Pixar's big year, big money maker. It's going to do well. And the Memoir of a Snail I've put in at 5. I don't see a world where the closest competitor, Moana 2, is going to get in. Transformers 1 for me is actually my favourite animated movie of the year. It's not going to do it. Then I got Look Back. I've not seen it, but I've been told many times to watch it. Chicken for Linda, what a name. And then Piece by Piece I've put in at 10. They don't really like Lego movies, but it's the easiest top 5 ever. I don't really want to waste too much time on this because everyone has this 5. Maybe a different order. I think some people probably will have Inside Out 2 above Wallace and Gromit. Some people might even have Flow winning over The Wild Robot. But I quite like this 5. Some really, really good movies. I think it was a really good year for animated films. With that said, I still do not forgive them for not giving Spider-Verse the win last year. Disgusting. And then we're moving on to my final award, which is International Feature. Emilia Perez is gonna win. Congratulations. You might as well take it now. It doesn't deserve it, but there we are. I'm still here. I mentioned Fernando Torres earlier getting nominated, so I'm still here. We'll definitely make it. Then I have The Seed of the Sacred Fig in 3rd. I've not seen it yet. Heard great things. Definitely will be checking it out. Then the girl with the needle in 4th. It seems, I say it seems fairly obvious to be in the 5, but I have Kneecap below it, and I think Kneecap might be more obvious. I should have maybe put Kneecap in 4th. Kneecap should win this. Kneecap for International Feature, please. I definitely want to see that. It's brilliant. Let's do it. Let's put it in number 1. But Kneecap should get nominated. And then I have Flow in 6. Who knows if it wins International Feature? Not wins International Feature. If it gets nominated for International Feature, I think it will maybe win Animated Feature. But I think it's between those. Maybe Vermiglio could definitely get it. I'm not too sure on this, to be honest. I still need to watch a couple more of these movies. I just know for certain Emilia Perez is going to win. Thank you everyone for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please consider subscribing, and hopefully I've done well in my predictions. I've definitely done worse than last year. It's a much harder year to predict. All I know is be careful of Emilia Perez. The Brutalist is probably going to do quite well. Conclave's going to do well. Anora is probably going to do well. And we'll probably see some big surprises. We shall see. But thank you all for watching again. Make sure you follow my TikTok because I will be going live for the Oscar nominations being revealed, and I might film a video with my reactions too. But I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for watching.